Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Cecily, aka Cessorific. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, and comment below what you think on this week's recap of Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode 8 in Atlanta. Let's get into it. I'm not even gonna hold you long because I don't have much to give for this dry episode that they gave us this week. They honestly could have kept that. Honestly. Like, what do y'all think? Like, stop giving me these filler episodes. I don't need it. But so throughout this episode, we see all of the couples discuss, how their marriages is going with their friends and family. The friends and family give really, really good advice. Shout out to the friends and family for keeping it 100 with these people because they all need it. I definitely think majority of the friends were very, very honest. I didn't see Paige's friends. Paige, where are your friends? We want to know, but maybe they're nowhere to be found because this is all fake. But anyway, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to Paige and Chris. I'm gonna get there. Anyway, so let's jump right into it. I got my handy dandy book here. So let's talk about let's start with Vincent and Brianna. Y'all know I gotta start with them. I start with them because they showed them first, but whatever. So they, start with them and they basically, are still in the same place. It's the next morning. Last week we thought that Vincent had left because they had gotten that argument. He was like, you know what, I'm out, I'm going home. But he did not leave, and I thought that was really good. I was proud of him for not leaving. They talked about it, and, watching it back, I was like, Vincent, you kind of did overreact. It's just like, I don't think that, he's really like aware of how she's like joking and playing with him a little bit. But then on the other side too, it's like, okay, Brianna, like maybe you should just kind of tone it down just a tad. But these two people, because, I think they're a good match. And throughout this whole episode, this is the housewarming episode. So everybody, either your family or friends, whichever you choose to do, they drop into your, to see how you're living. Let me see this apartment. Let's see, you know how we do. So Vincent and Brianna, they choose to invite their families over, which I think is great because, family's everything. You want your families to get along. I pray whenever I reach that bridge, Vincent, he brings his mom and his brother. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And Brianna brings her sister and her mom. And what I didn't realize was Vincent's mom was not at the wedding. So this is her first time even meeting Brianna, which I was like, wow, like that's crazy. But it's good. Like, they had a little language barrier because Vincent's mom speaks Spanish, but they were, working through it. They played a little game. It was really, really cute. Brianna cooked food. They seem to enjoy it. They seem to, like, really get along. So, I think for them, they just got to keep communicating. Like, that's really going to be it for them. Because if they don't, then somebody's going to get upset and it's not going to end well. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Brianna and Vincent down in the comments below. I'm definitely team Brianna and Vincent. So next on my list, let's talk about Eric and Virginia. These two. Oh, Eric. Oh, Virginia. So Eric and Virginia. Eric is there by himself because Virginia, when they first showed them, because Virginia is out of town for a wedding, and he's like, I miss my wife. I'm so excited for her to come back, and I want her to miss me. He meets up with one of his friends, I think, and he's discussing that she's gone to a wedding, and I really miss her. And his friend is like, discussing what's everything that's going on. And he, Eric brings up the whole age gap thing and the partying thing, I think, to him. And that is really gonna be, I think, an issue as far as the age gap and the whole drinking thing, because Virginia loves to drink. Like, girl, tone it down. Like, you here and he here. It's, relax. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. Drink you a glass of water. But anyway, so at their housewarming, of course, my girl Virginia, her guy friends come over. And, you know, we already know Eric is not a fan of her having a lot of guy friends, especially from what she said last week about how she would spend the night and stuff like that. And probably not a good thing to say, because now he's thinking, like, what are their intentions and stuff like that. But I did like in the episode where one of Virginia's friends pulled Eric off to the side and, you know, wanted to ensure that they, you know, just friends, and how she's the life of the party and how she's a really good girl. But, you know, of course, Virginia thinks it's jealousy, but that's not the case. I don't think anyway, but, you know, that's something that they are going to have to either just live with, and he's going to have to build a bridge and, you know, get over it, unfortunately. Or, you know, Virginia's going to have to get some girlfriends. I think she does have girlfriends, like friends as girls, but I don't know. And, you know, of course, she taking shots at the house, because that's what my girl Virginia does. And I still don't know what her job is. Do you guys know? I mean, I received a comment last week on my recap saying that she was a waitress, and I definitely agree with that. That is a great prediction, because I never see her go to work unless I missed it. I don't, like, what does she do? We know Eric's a pilot. We know, like, everybody's jobs. Like, somebody's an engineer. Somebody's an accountant. I think Paige is an accountant. Like, we know these people's jobs. What do you do, sis? But anyway, and that's all I really have for them. You know, Eric is really hell-bent on the fact that he was married before, but sir, you were married and divorced. So maybe you should stop saying that, because your marriage did not work. We know you were married. Congratulations. But you're divorced. Let it go. But anyway, let's move on. Next on my list, Haley and Jacob. Haley. Girlfriend. I honestly don't think that Haley likes Jacob. I still don't see it, because she doesn't. And I don't know who she thinks she's lying to, but she's not lying to me. Her body language, even when she was discussing with her friend, because, you know, everybody met up with their friends before they had their housewarming. Even when she was discussing with her friend was like, you know, you really need to give this, you know, a fair chance. And she was just like, yeah, we're trying more. But I'm like, girl, you're not trying. You are not trying. Stop lying. You're not lying to me, and I don't even know you, but whatever. So fast forward, housewarming. His friends come over. I think a few of her friends come over. And, you know, they're discussing, you know, what should I know about Haley? What should I know about Jacob? And I don't think that she was even listening. Like, I really think it was going, you know how something goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I really think, you know, that was her drift, because I don't think she likes him. And it's okay. Like, I really think she slept with him, and then, like, she was just like, oh, I don't like him. And that's it. But they claim to be trying, you know, both of them said, you know, they've been communicating a little bit better. But, you know, we're going to see. Let me know what y'all think about those two, because I honestly think they're a snooze fest. And that whole 80s thing, the 10-year age gap, you know, why did they do that? Like, it's okay to have an age gap, but at least have some kind of interest. Like, what are we even going to, like, discuss? You know what I mean? Like, they're not even have anything in common. You gotta have something in common. Come on, experts. What are y'all doing? But her body language throughout the whole episode, especially with her friend and at the housewarming, to me was off. So yeah, it's a no for me, Haley, because you're not fooling anybody, sis. We know you don't like this man. Next up on my list, I'm going to save the worst for last, because that's all I got to give for them. Clara and Ryan. I don't have much for them. You know, Clara was discussing with the ladies earlier in the episode that, you know, she was a bit sexually frustrated. She was saying she's never even seen him with a shirt off. And I was like, oh, ooh, that's kind of strange. But y'all see me this a bit? That's none of my business. Let me stop. But yeah, I really think that it's because Ryan is really like reserved, and he's like, you know, trying to really, you know, make this work. That's probably why he, you know, he's trying to, you know, hold tight. But she like, I'm tired. Like, can we get this thing going? What's up? But I don't know. So Clara does mention, you know, to the ladies that, you know, my friends are, I think she said her friends were sick or something like that. So anyway, her friends could not make it to the housewarming, but Brianna and Haley show up, and Haley shows up with a half empty bottle. Now, sis, you could have went to the liquor store. Y'all in Atlanta. Y'all open. Come on now. But anyway, you know, and, you know, they show up for her. They're having a conversation. And I think I think it was a good conversation. I honestly really am trying to remember. I don't have much notes for them because, again, this was a filler episode. And I really think that production just threw some stuff together and was like, here y'all go. But because what happened? Like, they didn't even show them a lot to me. I could have been wrong, but I could be wrong, but yeah. But yeah, Clara and Ryan, I really think that, you know, they're going to have to work on, I think everybody's going to have to work on communication. I always say that. I probably said that like 5 times already, but it's true. Because Clara, I think, is very frustrated with how things are going right now. And she probably just needs to say that. And I did notice too that when the guys were talking, that they all mentioned that the ladies are all like drinkers. Maybe not Vincent, but all the ladies like are, you know, big drinkers. And I think that kind of annoyed Ryan at one point. Like, Ryan kind of seemed like he like gets her in check a lot. And I don't know if she likes that. But anyway, they seem to be getting along overall for the most part. We'll see what happens with them next week. And last but certainly not least, Paige and Chris. Paige and Chris. So starting off with Paige, when they first show her, Chris calls her up and it's like, hey, I want you and my ex-fiance to meet. Meet for what? And somehow Paige agrees to this nonsense. It's nonsense. It's a bunch of bull. Like, what do y'all need to talk about? You want to be with her? You want a divorce? Have it. So, oh, and also too, Chris discusses how things are going with his pastor. Again, friends holding people accountable, which I love. And he was not trying to hear it. He was like, I'm really done with this conversation. It was really going one ear and not the other. He was not trying to hear. He was like, the pastor was telling him basically that your wife comes first. But he was like, I'm not trying to hear this. And he's basically not attracted to Paige. He does not like her. And that's it. I don't know what else we need to give Chris any more screen time for, because he does not like Paige. And he keeps playing her in her face. But anyway, so let's move on. We get to the meeting with Paige, the ex-fiance, whose name is Mercedes, and the client walk. They looking real nice. Like, they look like they just came from dinner. Like, they about to go get something to eat. Like, and Paige is like, oh, you two look nice. I'm thinking they look nice probably, sis, because they're going on a date. Oh, she just frustrates me so bad because I'm like, Paige, no, stop being so nice to him. No, sis. But anyway. And, you know, they're having the most awkward conversation ever. It's a lot of laughing. I'm trying to think while I'm watching the episode, like, what's so funny, guys? Like, why is the ex-fiance laughing so much? I really don't know. But, and, you know, Paige, you know, is asking her questions, you know, about where they are and this, that. So, you know, Mercedes explains to her that, you know, she's 6 weeks pregnant and that she has no intention of actually being with Chris. And I guess Chris didn't know that, because he definitely made a face. He was smirking the whole time. And mind you, he set this meeting up which I think is so stupid. So he set this meeting up, and you know, he really doesn't have much to say. It's really Paige and the ex-fiance Mercedes talking, discussing everything. And you know, Paige basically finally says, you know, well, let me back up. She says that, you know, I was kind of worried because I thought I might be pregnant too. And the ex-fiance is like, by who? And Paige should have said, by my husband, Chris. Like, girl, what you mean? Like, yeah, they've been getting it in and getting it in constantly, unprotected. But she's like, you know, no, I'm not pregnant. And Chris is just looking stupid. I can't even say, I don't have a nice word for him. He's just dumb. You know, I'm not even gonna say what I would do, because it's not about me. But yeah, so Paige is just, you know, really explaining to her now that she's like, you know, I'm done. She's like, this relationship does not serve me anymore, and you know, I'm done. So Paige and Mercedes, they actually hug it out at the end, which I'm glad to see that they got along. But you know, Mercedes tells Chris, she was like, you know, why are you acting like this? She was like, it's not cool. And she was like, she's being rude. No, if anybody's rude, you are. I don't even know what she had to be rude for. Her beef is not with this young lady that's pregnant. I honestly don't think she's pregnant, but what y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think Mercedes is pregnant, because I've been seeing some things and I've seen that she is not. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. This is really just a publicity stunt at this point. Because it seems like that's what it is. It seems very staged because they're laughing, and I'm like, I want to laugh. What's so funny? This isn't funny. It's really not funny. But, you know, that is what's happening. So they end the episode, and that's another thing. Where is Paige's family and friends? Where are her friends and family? They were at the wedding, but they have not come back. I guess they are done with it. And that's really unfortunate that she has no one showing up for her. Like, that sucks. But anyway, so that's how the episode ends. Previews for next week and predictions for next week. I had so much faith in my girl Paige, but we see in the preview that she wants to meet up with Chris again. He asks and she says yes. I guess if he says jump, she'll ask how high. Because she, what is there to talk about? Block him, sis. Block. He does not, what is there to talk about? So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. I'm interested to see how everything else is going to play out. I think Brianna and Vincent, they're good. Eric and Virginia, they'll probably appear to be good, but, you know, we'll probably hear some complaining elsewhere about things. And you know, we'll see how the other couples, you know, play out. I really don't have much. I really didn't have too much notes this time. I did write down that we only have 5.5 weeks left. So we don't have that much time left. So I'm interested to see, what is going to happen with the rest of the couples. I'm honestly tired of Paige and Chris. I'm really, really tired. I hate to spend so much time on them, but that's really what the meat of the episode was. It was really just leading up to that point. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know, any predictions that you might have, anything that I missed. I really was it was really hard for me to stay awake because it was very boring. But I was like, oh, I gotta watch. I gotta do this recap. And yeah, that's really it. That's all I have. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for subscribing. Thanks for all the love this past week on my welcome video. If you haven't looked at it, go back and look at it. And also go back and look at the previous recap I did with my best friend Charity. Thanks, girl, so much for doing that with me. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with a friend. And I'll see you guys next time.